Welcome to the Russell Hantz Show. We have a very, very special guest. It's an icon in reality TV history, in my opinion, but mostly for Big Brother. It's Rachel Reilly. How you doing, Rachel?
Hey, I'm so good, Russell. I'm super excited to be talking to you, and thank you, icon for Big Brother. You're an icon for Survivor.
Right.
I'm actually surprised that you weren't on Game Changers.
Maybe
we're disappointed.
Yes, maybe we should do like a Big Brother versus Survivor type Big Brother house. Would you align with me?
Dude, 100. Like, honestly, I think about this all the time. 100%. Even after watching your sneaky seasons, I would totally align with you.
Okay, that's on then. Because if they did a Big Brother / Survivor house, there's two people you cannot not have in the house, and one of them is Russell Hantz, and the other one is Rachel Reilly.
That's true, and we got to get out Boston.
Got to get out Boston Rob. Girl,
the first person is Dr. Will.
Yes, hey, I'm with that shit. I'm with that.
Yeah. And I don't know. Do you think that would they do a house or would they put us all on an island?
No, I think they would do the house. I think they would do the house. And you know, it's funny you say Dr. Will because I asked him to be on the show not too long ago. And look, we can cuss on this show. It's you know, we just put the little red E in front of it if it gets bad. But I asked him to be on the show. And I respect his game. I respect how he played, but I respect him as a reality TV icon. I asked him to be on the show, and then he tweets to me something like, I don't know exactly what it was, but he was disrespecting me about the leaks that happened with the Survivor thing, which he never called and asked me the true story and what really went down with it, but he just straight up disrespected me like I was some kind of bad person in real life. And I'm like... I was like, oh, dude, you're not even going to ask me about it, but you say, oh, I'm not going to do your show because you're this kind of person. I was about to...
What?
Yeah. So he disrespected me on Twitter. I don't even know the dude. Don't even know him. So, yes, let's get out him first. You with me?
Well, I'm with you for a different reason. I just don't want to play against him.
I don't either. Well, look... He's
always playing Big Brother.
He is, and that's what happened. What he did was he said that, he tweeted, and he was getting people to say this and that, and he was making his fans happy, and, Russell and Dr. Will, or all this mess. So it's like, hey, look, dude, the game is over. You don't have to be disrespectful to the icons of this industry like you are. You don't have to do that, you know?
Well, he's probably waiting to go on the Battle of the Network Stars against you.
Oh, I would drive that dude into the dirt.
You know they brought that back, right?
Yeah, I would make that dude my bitch. Excuse.
I love it.
I mean, seriously. Like, look, we are two icons of, and it is what it is. Look, hey, it is what it is, guys. And that's what we are. And we're talking about him because he is one too. He is an icon of Big Brother. He played a great, amazing game. But you don't have to disrespect us or whoever. I don't know what he did to you, but obviously I know his style.
No, nothing. I just didn't want to play Big Brother with him.
So he's never did nothing to you to disrespect you like that?
No, actually, I've met him a few times at like different Big Brother things, and I always thought he's really nice. And he has a really cute baby, so.
Well, yeah, but he just rubbed me the wrong way. So, first, we'll decide once we get in the house who's going to go first. You know.
Yeah.
But I could so play with you though. Maybe telling hundreds of thousands of people right now that's going to be listening that we're going to be playing together is perfect.
Tell them tweet at CBS, make it happen.
Oh, this could.
They love to listen to the fans.
Oh, this could happen. This definitely could happen. Yeah. So we got a new season going on right now, Big Brother 19.
Yes.
You enjoying it so far?
I do. I really like the cast. I actually am really excited about this cast. There's no okay, so we'll start pre the first 16, right? So pre interviews. Their bios are just up. I'm really into Christmas. I'm really into Mark. I'm really into Jason. I'm really into I really like Jessica. Like, I really want to like her, but she's making it harder every
She's so pretty.
She's gorgeous. But, you know, she wants to play like Janelle. She wants to have a showmance like me.
Okay,
so like
yeah, we'll get into that too.
I feel like we would be similar.
We'll get into that later,
no,
because that's...
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into all that, because that's actually a semi-spoiler type thing. So we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
We'll get, but right now I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Paul coming back? Now, be honest. Now, I wanted an all-new cast. What did you think about Paul coming in cast? And then all of a sudden, our first HOH, we have Nicole coming back in the house. Like, I'm about to shoot myself. Like, can we not have a cast of anything? And I know we're the type of people they bring back. But I'm a fan of the shows. I want a cast of just regular people. I'm sick of this bringing back. If it's going to be a bring back cast, then do it all in. Go all in. You know, if you're going to...
That's what I think. I think it needs to be all stars or no stars. Like, at this point, this is my opinion. And I loved the first 16. I was so about them. And by the way, I love Paul too. And I think he's going to make a great season. I think he has an uphill battle. But I think that if anyone, I think that he is a good choice to bring back for sure. I really like what Allison and Rich said about why they wanted to bring him back over other people they worked or interviewed, I guess.
Right.
Or talked about. And I think that they said, you know, he was a standout from last season. We were all rooting for him in the end. And, you know, he was the underdog last season, him and Victor. And they had a great alliance. And he should have won, you know, like, it was not anything anyone would ever debate. Like, I mean, good for Nicole, but Paul should have won.
Right.
So
I agree.
He's a great choice to bring back.
No, I agree. And I thought
back one vet. I just hate it.
Yeah, I thought he did an amazing job. He's definitely an all-star and should have been back for an all-star season. But sometimes I don't understand the way production thinks, because we just had a season of Survivor called Game Changers that I didn't even know who half of them were. You know? Yeah,
I know. I thought that was weird too. Well, that's what I was saying. I thought for Game Changers, I thought Russell Hantz would be on, you know? But yeah, I thought that was interesting too. I mean, at least they had Sandra on, but
at least they had Sandra.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was a really good season. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved Game Changers, and I think that Paul is going to be great for this season.
Right.
I think that it's just like, if you're going to do All-Stars, go all in. Like you said, like, we need an All-Star season. And now I'm worried, because I'm like, man, are they going to bring... Is Paul someone they would bring back a third time if they did ever do an All-Star season? And Big Brother hasn't done an All-Star season or all cast, all returners season since 7, right? So they're not like Survivor. Survivor, they bring you guys back all the time. They're like, hey, it's, you know...
Yeah, I was shocked that they did that.
Hey, it's Game Changers. Hey, it's this. Hey, it's that. But Big Brother never does that. They've been doing like 3 or 4 people each season. So I think it's going to be like...
It needs to make sense, though. Like, if you're going to have...
for sure.
You know, you just have one guy come back, Paul. So what sense does that make? To me, it's unfair.
Oh, I hate it when they have one. Yeah.
Well, it's unfair. And when they brought back the coaches, they made it make sense. When they bring back one person, when they brought back me and Rob, it was almost Russell versus Rob. It made sense. Now, what sense does Paul make bringing back? You just throw him in a house with a bunch of newbies? It's almost unfair.
Well, it's a bummer, too, because, you know, in season 11, they did it with Jesse, too, right?
Okay.
But it's almost like we aren't... See, it's not the same kind of season. And, like, with Jesse, he was constantly a target because he was coming back again, too. Right. So it's like we're going to see Paul's going to have an uphill battle, but in his favor, they're giving him a lot of twists. They're giving him a lot of the friendship bracelets, which I hate, too, by the way. I hate that. But at least it's making it so he's not going to go out week 1.
So that's not fair, though. It's not fair for the rest of the cast.
Dude, it's not. But, you know, it's a TV show first, right?
They didn't give me a friend. They sure the hell didn't give me a friendship bracelet when I first started. When I went back with Rob, they threw me out in the mix and was like, "This is it." They didn't even. What I even told Jeff, I was like, "Jeff, why don't you do the first challenge where we're not involved in it at all? Like let them do the challenge right when the island starts. Fly us there." After the challenge is over and say 2 people are eliminated tonight, they were going to be replaced by these 2 people. So what that does, just like they just did, Big Brother, what that does is it gives me a shot to start an alliance. It gives me a shot to get together with the people. Look, we got to vote somebody out, and obviously it's not going to be me. So let's get this to where we can actually start a game strategy,
Right. Totally.
And that's what they're doing. Big Brother's doing that for Paul, but Survivor sure the hell didn't do that for me. But anyway.
Well, no, I mean, Big Brother, they do that for when they bring returners back. They usually give them some sort of twist so that it keeps them in the game.
Right.
So I think that's just kind of how they play with their people they bring back.
Right.
But it's weird because what I thought was really weird was that this season with bringing back Paul, Jesse kind of had to. Well, he didn't have to compete to come back. It was like, we're gonna have a team, and whatever team you're on, and whatever team wins the competition's coming back. Mm-hmm. But with Paul, they were just like, okay, here's $25,000. Nobody's turning that down. Nobody's turning down $5,000, by the way.
Right.
Nobody's probably turning down $1,000. Everyone's gonna press that button.
Oh, I'm not turning down nothing. I'm taking it all.
No, exactly. I'm taking it all too. So, I mean, they could be like, hey, guys, you can win $10, but the twist is coming into the house. Like, we're all pressing the button to get the $10.
Right.
It adds up. You got to get your money when you can get it.
Yeah, because
that's Starbucks.
The difference between Survivor and Big Brother, Survivor, not too many people probably know this, you get paid if you're first out, and you get paid, like, I came second place, and I still got paid $100,000. Not only that, I won fan favorite, so I got $200,000. So with Big Brother, that's not the case. So with Big Brother, you're trying to take that money as you can get that money. So get it.
Yeah.
Get your money. So
you got to get it. I mean, literally, like, I took $5,000 in my first veto that I could get the money in, because you have to. Like, you don't know. Like, and by the way, I didn't win that season, but I came out of the house with $5,000 extra.
Hell yeah.
So, and Big Brother, I think they're paying them a stipend now, but we don't get paid to come back for the finale or anything like that either.
Right. Wow, that's crazy.
So I think on Survivor, I think you guys get paid.
Yeah, we get $10,000 for the finale. Right? We get $10,000 just to go to the finale.
Yeah, so I mean, put me on Survivor, please.
Look, no, it's you know who it is? It's Mark Burnett. Mark Burnett takes care of his crew. He takes care of his people. Mm-hmm. Jeff Probst and Mark Burnett are really good people. Besides all the stuff,
yeah.
Mark's created all kind of stuff. What is that? Where the chairs turn around and all that.
Oh, The Voice.
Yeah. He's created The Voice. He's created a Shark Tank. So he's a major producer that takes care of his people, which is a good thing. And I think that's the difference.
His story is amazing too.
His story is amazing. He's a good guy. Yeah, I got into it one time, but he's a really good guy. I was kind of lost at one point in my life with all this Survivor stuff, and I'm sure the feeling of being overwhelmed with trying to be somebody you're not. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
yes, I do.
So, right. So we had the first. Right off the bat, we have a challenge, and Nicole comes in the house. Mm-hmm. And the challenge is climbing on these branches or whatever it was, and going across and getting... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I guess before that we even had the other challenge where the 6 that didn't get the friendship, or 8 that didn't get the friendship bracelet had to pick the...
oh, no, yeah, you had that challenge, but I'm talking about the first HOA challenge.
Oh, the first HOH, right.
Right. So I'm just kind of skipping, going straight to that. because it intrigued me so much in a little bit. We both was probably pretty intrigued by this one because of what happened. But what happens is they climb over the little branches or however to get there. To get the apple, you bring it across, so on and so forth. And then they have this one apple that's a goat apple that's sitting on the other end, right? And if you get the goat apple, you're safe. But then your team isn't. So it's like... So it makes it to where that
golden apple.
Yeah, to me, that gold apple is worthless, because it only helps yourself. And in a game, when you just started a game, what is it, 7 days in or so, and you surely don't want to just think about yourself 7 days into a game that's all summer. So
that's true.
So we have a challenge, and Josh, for some reason, he goes straight to the goat apple. He grabs that sucker. He comes back and he hollers at him. What's he holler? I had it written down somewhere, like something like "I'm safe now." Like he's
proving it to them that he's safe. Yeah, like as if his whole team didn't just see that.
Yeah, like he's so paranoid. Look, paranoia will get the best of you in these games. This guy, I don't even think he was in trouble. It was all like a facade in his head. And then he cries, and he cries to Christmas. By the way, remember when he's crying to Christmas? Well, I want you to explain something to me because I've never been in the Big Brother house. Now you have a dude crying to the girl, which is Christmas is obviously stronger than him, obviously, and why is he crying? Explain to me, why is he crying?
Okay, so this is the thing with Big Brother. You're so crazy in there. Like, I'm sure in Survivor too, but like in Big Brother, you're so paranoid because you really just think, everyone is going to kill. Like, if they're coming out to get you, you're going to go home. Someone just got evicted, Cameron, So I think he probably is just super paranoid. So he's in his head probably thinking like, shit, I just screwed over my team. Everyone's going to hate me. And I think he's just not, understanding. Plus, I think Josh is like a super passionate person.
Yes,
I think he's like over the top with everything. I think he has no like passion sensor. Like if it's a good thing, he's like going to be amazing, like jumping up and down. And if he's like worried, I think he's going to cry, go in the corner and like freak out.
He did say God was guiding him.
A passionate person. Yeah. So maybe if he would have didn't get that, he would have gone home this week, but I don't think he would have.
No, he wouldn't have. I don't think he would have.
Him doing that was worse because I think now his team got mad at him, but you never know in Big Brother because you have one thing that you don't do and they might get rid of you.
Right. And then he goes at Megan like a bull, and you see the thing that makes me crazy is he's hollering at Megan. To me, he put himself on the line. Now, Megan walks away from that, and she actually thinks she is in trouble because he called her out, which that's what she thinks in her mind. But I'm like, what? No, he's in trouble. In my mind, I'm watching that, and I'm like, wait, you turning this around like you think that you just been called out when he's the one that looks like the idiot, not you. Do you agree with that?
I halfway agree with that, but I think Josh, like, legit thinks he's playing this, like, crazy, like, manipulative game where, he gets in a fight with Megan to try to intimidate her, and I don't think he's doing it because
I don't know.
I think he doesn't think he looks like an idiot. I think he thinks he's being smart.
So you think that by coming at Megan that he's actually trying to strategically play that game? Do you give him that kind of credit,
for sure.
Rachel? I'm not giving him that credit.
But the thing is like, I don't even think it's credit. I think it's him being that bad of a gamer. He told us that he was going to make big moves, do this, do that. So he's not going to, he's going to tell everyone what he thinks about them. And
do you think that's a big move, though?
I think that's what he was doing. It was a stupid move. It made no sense, especially 7 days in. But can I spoiler alert something real quick?
We'll do that at the end of it. we'll have a spoiler alert post to where we're going to start talking about a few things that we already know for the people that's not watching the feeds and stuff like that. We'll do that at the very end of this podcast.
Yeah. So no, I don't think that he was being smart by doing that, but I think in his brain he thinks that's how you have to play Big Brother. And who knows what seasons he watched before he came in the house. He might have watched 10 Rachel Reilly seasons and really thought that, like, that's what you got to do.
Right,
you know?
Right. Well, you played a strategic, you played a strategic game. That's not, he thinks that's strategic, that's not strategic to come at someone. Listen, if I was in that house, I could tell you right now what I would do. I would keep my mouth shut. And I would let things happen because I like people like Josh. I like people that go and put themselves on the block like that. That's all hollering and putting themselves out like that. I need that kind of. You watch people like, what's her name? Bring up the cast so I can. You watch people like Kevin and not Christmas because she's a tough one, and I think that Christmas is going to be. At the end of the day, I think Christmas is going to control. These guys can't handle that girl. I'm telling you right now. These guys in that house can't handle Christmas. She's too much for them.
No.
So I think
I agree. They cannot handle her.
No.
But I have different predictions.
So
I really
we're going to hear the prediction, but you know who we're not talking about and who's laying low, and at the end of the day we're going to see her in the final 5 is Dominique.
Dude, I was going to say that. Yes.
Right?
And, but the only thing I worry about Dominique is that she might be laying too low because right now there's this boys alliance with, like, we saw on this show we have Cody and Matt.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. That's craziness to me.
There's showmances. And then you have the other side of the house, and then I think that Dominique, she needs to find some sides of the house because I am worried about her. Like, I love her. I think she has the potential to win.
Right.
But I think that if she doesn't find some allies, that I worry that she's going to be just a pawn continuously because I think they're gonna look at her like, she's not really with anyone.
And
like,
you're right.
Put your friends up.
You know what?
I'm worried. She needs to find some friends.
That's a very correct assessment because what happens if you start off like she's starting off and you stay like that, then you have to depend on others. And then when you depend on them, when you have to depend on them, then you're not in control of that game at all. Then you turn out like Victoria.
Exactly. Well, and I don't think she's going to be like a Victoria. I think she's going to have way more game than Victoria. But I think she's going to I'm worried that she might not get an alliance or get a group of friends to hang out with until it's too late, and they're going to use her continuously as a pawn. Like, I don't want to go spoiler alert because we're doing that later, but we'll talk about her more later.
So we have Cody, Mark, like you were saying, it's an alpha male alliance. Look, listen.
Yeah.
Rachel, listen. If you haven't watched my season, you go back and watch it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I do not get the all-dude alpha male alliance. Now, to me, it's extremely dangerous. We have Cody, Mark, and Matthew. Cody went to them, and he wants an alliance with the obvious decision. For someone like Cody, obviously, he's going to go to Mark and Matthew. It just seems to me he's that type. He's like that bro love type thing that I don't get. It's not my style.
Right.
I mean, I'm good with my boys, and I got their back. But you're in a game for $500,000, dude. And you know what? If you align with these strong alpha males right from the get, I can promise you we're going to see. If we don't see this, we don't see this one, we'll see something similar to Cody, Mark, and Matthew all on the block at the same time.
I agree 100% with that, but I think it's different from Survivor, where in Big Brother, you do see the alpha males aligning together a lot. Because if you think about it, my first season, season 12, we had Elaine and Hayden, who were the main alpha males of the season, and we had them align with Matt and Enzo. So all the guys had this bromance alliance. And we see that a lot in Big Brother. The funny thing is, we see the bromance alliances get far in Big Brother, whereas the girls' alliances in Big Brother have never worked. There's never been a girls' alliance that has worked, except in Big Brother Over the Top.
Yes.
It's a totally different game. So I'm thinking, this is the thing with Cody. As long as they can always stay in power, they're gonna have a lot of weeks where they're staying in power, but they're gonna have a week where they're not in power.
Right.
And I think Cody is probably at the bottom of their group, and they're going to eventually end up, like you said, on the block together. So I think it's dumb, but it's also, it's what they do in Big Brother.
That's what they do.
Males, for some reason, in Big Brother, they
I don't get it.
Together. It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. And I think this year, it's not going to work for them. I really don't.
And, well, I hope not. And it's weird, too, because the girls that they showmance with are always okay with it. They're just like, whatever the guys want. Like, you even saw
we'll
last
talk
year,
about
like,
that in a little bit.
Corey, well, like, look at Corey and Pauly and Victor. They were all like in an alliance together for a while.
Right.
You know, so we saw the alpha males last year even work together.
Right. So I got a question here, and it's from one of my Patreon group listeners. Her name is Tammy, and I usually wait for these questions, but it's a good question, and it's a question that I want to know. If you was in that house, like right now, name a couple of people that you would actually align with, that you know that you could work with?
I love Dominique. I think she's great. Mm-hmm. I would want to align with her, but then I would want to pull some other people with us. So I think Christmas would be a great person to align with, but I'm also worried about Christmas because I'm not sure if she would be like a girl's girl or if she's going to be
I think the same thing.
I don't know how she's going to play the game yet. Yeah. And then I really like Raven because I think she's super cute and I would want to be her friend, but I think I would have a separate deal with Raven.
Right.
And then
could you align with Christmas?
Like, I think,
could you align with Christmas? I mean, she's scary to align with. At first, I was like, hell yeah, I'd align with her.
She's scary to align with.
Right.
Yeah. But then you don't know because you don't know she's smart and she's athletic. So
right.
You don't know, and we don't know how she's going to play the game yet. So I think it's hard to say if you can align with her or not. She seems really chill in the house.
Right.
So I think you could probably align with her. But is she going to be a target? You don't want to really align with people that are necessarily going to be targets right off the bat. You know who I would align with?
Who's that?
I am all about Alex. I
really
love this girl. Like, I did not like her preseason. I did not care two ways for her in Jeff's interviews. I was like, well, whatever. She's cute and bubbly. But on the show, oh my gosh, I love Alex. I think I am going to be diehard Team Alex this season because she's so fun and bubbly, and she has a really great personality.
Right.
But she's also smart. She listens. Like we saw in the episode on Wednesday when Ramses was like, you look like a super fan. You're like this. We should do this alliance. Mm-hmm. She was just there listening. She's like, sure, you want to put me in an alliance? I'm there. Sure, great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then we also see Alex kind of talking to Raven and kind of talking to Jessica. And she seems like she's kind of bouncing around the house, but she's in a solid alliance with these or what do they call themselves? The outsiders.
Right.
And then she's also kind of bouncing around. She was competitive on the first challenge. She was competitive enough to where she was showing them like, okay, I've got what it takes. And I like that about her because I like that she's not scared and she doesn't want to fall off first and she wants to play. She's there to play. And I think she's smart and I think she's competitive. And we can talk about a spoiler in a few, but like, I really like her. I really think I see her going far. And I like her.
You're going to be kind of probably surprised on who I would actually align with. Of course, I'm aligning with Jessica. Of course, that's going to happen. But that's like my secret alliance. You know what I mean?
But dude,
listen, I'm not cuddling with her. I'm not doing none of that showman stuff. I just want to see her for a little bit. That's all. So,
okay.
But
you just want to look at her.
You get it. I mean, it's nothing like nothing serious. I got to vote her out though early, but so I'm aligning with Kevin and Ramses
I love Kevin too.
And you know what? I have
a good one, but
so far every time I talk about Ramses, I have a song specifically for him. You want to hear my song?
What? Yeah.
You ready? Okay, here we go. Here's my Ramses songs.
Bien. I am singing at the party. I am singing, it's my turn to sing at the party. Everyone is dancing, happy party. But Ramses is not dancing, he does not dance at the parties. Ramses number one, he knows the secrets of desire. Ramses is the one, he puts the people all on fire.
Okay, that's my Ramses song.
Okay, where did you find that song? That's amazing.
Ramses does not dance at the party. That's Nacho Libre.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I love it. I love it. Well, I do like Ramses and I do like Kevin a lot, but I don't know about aligning with them. Maybe like having a side thing with them. Like, hey guys, we're cool till jury, but I don't think they're going to really do much for your game.
Well, the thing is,
you know what I mean?
But you have to be able to control your game too. You can't rely with Cody, Mark, Matthew, because they're going to try to control your game for you. Ramses is this kind of we probably play differently, and I need to have someone that I can trust and that I can control a little bit. I know if I played with you, I'd have to change that memo, but but what I'm saying is, Jessica, I can control her. You better believe I can control her. And those type of people, they trust me. If I trust you and you trust me, then we're in it the long haul. Like, I will go down with my ship. That's my flaw in my...
They're your poverties.
Right. That's my flaw in my game. I will go down with the ship. And, you know, it is a flaw, and I know it's a flaw, but it's who I am as a person. So I really think I can get with Ramses. Kevin... Now, Kevin is sitting back. He is almost friends with everybody. He's almost aligning with everybody. You know what I mean?
Dude, Kevin's final two. Watch. I will be shocked if he's not final.
I said Kevin.
Final three. I'll be shocked if he's not final two.
Look, when I seen, I did an episode with Judd. You might want to hear it. It's pretty cool. We talk about each and every individual before it even starts. I don't even watch their videos. Now, I said Kevin is going to win the game because Kevin is a stay-at-home mom. He's used to crying babies constantly. He's got, 7 or 8 girls or something like that. So, he's used
6 girls, 1 boy.
He's used to a bunch of whining people in one house, and that's his style. And he's able to still stay socially strong. I think Kevin is the strongest person in this game.
If Kevin wins... I mean, I would not put it past the house either to vote for him. Because if he makes it to final two, depending who he's against, listen, if it's Cody and Kevin, Kevin's winning. If it's Matt and Kevin, Kevin's winning.
You seriously think Cody's going that far? Cody's not getting that far. No way.
Oh, no way. No way. Cody's going to have to compete his way to the end. I think Cody's first to jury. That's my prediction. I think Paul is going to make jury. I don't think Paul's going to win. Dominique, so I was talking about with Steve Moses earlier. And he's a winner of Big Brother. Now, we both think Dominique's amazing. Well, you love Dominique, too. We all love Dominique.
Right.
But this is the thing I said, that I just am worried about her because I don't see her with any true alliance. Now, Kevin can get away with that because, like you said, he's, like, aligning with everyone. But I'm worried that I don't see her really going with anyone. I think my pick might be Jason, the rodeo guy.
Right.
I think he could win the whole season because he's friends with everyone. And he's not in the Boys Alliance, but he is in, he's in good with everyone.
I think that he's going to get busted.
No way, for what? Busted for what?
I think he is the type of guy that's going to align with everyone, and he's going to get all twisted and turned, and he's going to have this and that going on, and then all of a sudden, bam, oh, you said this to this person, you said this to me. I think he's going to get busted. For instance, I don't know who it was, but I don't have it in my notes because I wasn't going to talk about it. But I think it was maybe Megan or somebody or somebody somebody was like, I don't like her, I don't like this person, I don't like this person. I don't know who said it, but while they were saying it out loud, I said, don't do that. Because they can hold that against you. Don't ever say, I don't like this person or I don't like this person or this person has to go. Because at the end of the day, if them 5 people you talking to, if they need to save their self, they're going to that person. They say, she wanted you out. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's the thing. I don't think that Jason's talking to smack, is he? I haven't heard him talk smack.
No. It was, I don't know. I forgot who it was. I'm sure the listeners right now are going to be like, oh, it was this person and crazy because we ain't saying it. But it was just the whole point of it with this person saying, I don't like this person and I think this person needs to go. And it's like, what, a week into the game? You don't start throwing out names. Right. You know?
Dude, I know. Well, that's why Josh is for sure going home. Like, he might not go home next week, but he's for sure going home. And
Josh
the same
is an
thing
easy
with
out.
Paul's causing a lot of problems. Because Paul's trying to stir the pot, and you know what Paul needs to do? He needs to shut his mouth, sit down, and listen to everyone.
Right.
Like, I love Paul. I think he's great. I think he's an amazing character. I love watching him. But
remember what I said earlier?
His game right now.
What I said earlier. If I was a new player,
he just needs to stop and listen.
Right. He's a professional. He's in there now. Yep. Now, what's happening to Paul right now is what happens when you actually play and you don't listen to yourself. Like that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to go in there. He needs to shut up because he's okay right now. But by him talking is going to get him evicted.
Yeah, all he needs to do is be friends with everyone, make really great relationships.
That's it.
And not do Paul. Now Paul's another one. He would be fine without an alliance this season. But that's the thing. He's going to need to just make great relationships with everyone, and people are just going to naturally want him in their alliance, and they're going to tell him, like, hey, you want to be in an alliance? And he can say, sure, I'll be in an alliance with you.
I think
but
Paul,
not actually initiate it.
Right. I think Paul's working way too hard to try that social aspect. I think he's working way too hard. He's going out there. He's jumping on their backs, riding them like they're donkeys. And it's like, dude, relax, because Cody sees it immediately, and I don't think I think deep down Cody wants him gone. So by
sure.
going
not even deep down, like up front, Cody wants him gone.
Right. So it's like why is he going out there doing that kind of thing? So I think that Paul's just working too hard. His social game is it's good to have a social game, but it's bad to have to concentrate only on that social game and try to make everybody like you. It's almost enough to backfire in your face.
For sure. And what Paul just needs to do, because he's already got this friendship bracelet in his favor. He's already got this first Den of Temptation thing going for him. He just literally needs to listen to people, not get bored, not have anxiety about the show, just go have fun. Just have fun. You don't have to be on people's backs. You don't have to be doing this, doing that. You just need to listen, lay back, build genuine relationships. That's another thing. Otherwise, he's going to get Netta.
Right.
Just like in Big Brother Canada, we thought with Netta got 4 weeks of safety. She didn't build relationships. And guess who is the first person that they all get rid of? The first week.
And
Netta,
you know,
and it's her alliance is the one that does it to her. So Paul's really going to have to be careful. He just needs to make friends. If he can make some just genuine relationships and listen to people and not try to be Paul, the funny guy from Big Brother, 18, he'll be fine. But
you know what?
Think he's going to do that.
I think that Paul is he is trying to, you have some people in all these shows. You have Rachel Reilly. You have Evil Dick. You have, Dr. Kirby. You have Parvati. You have Boston Rob, Russell Hantz. You have these players that become bigger than even the game. And I think Paul, he played a great season. And I think that he is trying too hard to become that person. And I think that that's going to bite him in the ass.
like, I can't think of a really good Big Brother player to, I mean, maybe people would argue Derek, you know, whatever, but every season you have standout players, you have these people, but like the same, I totally agree with you. I think that now they all want this Instagram fame. They want this name. They want to be this, that, but the only thing they're going to do is dig themselves into the, you know, Big Brother not winning game even further.
Right. Yeah, because that's you go out there and you play. Don't play to the cameras. Play to who you are and stay focused
100%.
in the game. Don't focus on what the cameras are turning to. You focus in what you're doing and in the game. You know what? That's what made Russell Hantz. That's what made Riley, you know, Rachel Reilly. That's what made us great players, because we played. Trust me, I didn't give a fuck about the cameras. I was focused.
Yeah, me either.
And, you know, and I think most of them right now, they focus on, you know, where that camera's facing and not actually
100%.
what they're doing out there. So,
yeah,
Rachel,
100%.
I want to go ahead and pause a little bit and tell the listeners.
Okay.
I don't talk about spoilers on my show, but we will talk about spoilers now, only because if you're watching the live feeds, then you can keep listening. Most of it's because of live feeds. Most of it's, you know, if you're not watching that, you might want to tune out and not listen to this part. But we're about to talk a little bit about what we know that's going on that you don't know if you're not watching the live feeds and everything else like that. So here we go. So I wanted to ask you about a certain thing. Right now, the viewers don't know that they have 3 showmances going on the show.
Yeah.
So we have 3 showmances. Can you tell me who those showmances are?
Well, actually, I didn't know there was 3 either, so I guess I'm not a big.
Well, I heard that Kevin was saying that yesterday. That's why I knew
two.
So
there's Cody and Jessica.
There's
Raven and
Big Boy.
Raven and Matt.
Right.
Yeah. And then I guess Mark likes Elena. But
yeah, because he was saying 3. So I was like, who's the third one?
The third?
Who is it?
That's the only one I could think of. Mark, the big guy, and Elena.
And you see, I liked Rachel until she showmancing with Cody. I mean, what the hell?
You mean Jessica?
Jessica. I like Jessica until, like, what?
Me too.
It's like, come on, girl, really?
It annoys me too, because in her thing, she's like, I'm not gonna be that girl that's in a show. I'm here for the money. I'm here for this. I'm here for that. And then first thing she does, not even before the show starts, gets in a showmance with Cody. Like, why Cody? He's the worst person you could get in a showmance with. Like, first of all, Cody's like a Polly. He's gonna ditch his showmance for his romance.
Oh,
you know, that's what he's gonna do.
Poor Nicole.
Right? And then
hell yeah. I mean, dude, these dudes are dudes. These are guys. These are men guys. They're bro love type of guys. They go out with their buddies to football and strip joints and everything else like that. These aren't the type 100%. Of guys that you don't want to showmance with. And she is
they're not Brendan.
No, they're not. And the thing is, can she not see that? If she can't see that, it is on his forehead, is written on his forehead that he is bro love type of guy. Like, she don't see that?
I don't think she does, to be completely honest. This is my opinion about her. I think, and I hate to say this because I know you like her, and I wanted to root for her so
No,
bad.
I just think she's hot. I didn't say that I like her.
She's competitive.
Hey, Rachel, I didn't say I'd bring her. I didn't say I'd bring her home to mom. I just said that she's hot. You know,
I think she's dumb.
Right.
I think she is dumb, and I feel bad for her, and I just hate that she's in a showmance with him. And watching the live feeds, it's not even like a cute showmance; it's like a gross mance. I mean, by the way, I was making out with Brendan.
Wait,
you know,
I haven't seen that yet.
But we were put on the block. We were put on the block together, and we got close. Brendan and I got really close because the whole house was coming against us. The whole house wanted both of us out. And if we didn't win every competition, we were going home.
Right.
First competition, literally the first competition we didn't win, I got evicted. So, I mean, that was like us against the world. So I think it was a different situation. So this, she thinks like she is queen bee because her boyfriend is competitive.
On the block. And, he's HOH.
Yes, he's HOH. And maybe she'll step up and show us like she's cool later. But right now, no, thank you.
Just as that you guys know, Willie was HOH the first time too. So it didn't work out for him.
Right?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's like just because you're HOH the first time means absolutely nothing. And you know
nothing.
What? To me, being that kind of physical player, being HOH the first time is extremely dangerous. I think he should have scaled down and not been HOH because I know you got to win to stay safe in the game, but you also can't put yourself out like that. Cody's going home early because, and guess what? Because Jessica.
Cody's for sure.
She is on his bandwagon now. She's next.
Yep.
I mean,
you
I
think
don't
so? I think she's before. I think she goes home before him because I think.
Wow.
This is my prediction. Cody's first to jury. Jessica might go home pre-jury, but this is my prediction. I think that because Cody, Matt, and Mark, there's no reason that they shouldn't continuously win competitions because they are big dudes. They're smart, whatever.
Right.
But I think that they are really like. I think you can't win everything. So I think once the power shifts, they're going to turn on Cody. Cody is going to win a veto, and Jessica's going to go home because they're going to get his girlfriend out.
Yeah,
so that's what I think is going to happen.
Why wouldn't you take her out though first? I mean, he can't win everything.
Because it's not about her. It's about he's going to win a veto. He's going to save himself that week.
Oh,
and,
I see what yeah.
Then they're going to get rid of his girlfriend. That's what it is. Because that happens all the time.
I was fairly disappointed that Jessica has a showmance with the only dude in the. I would have rather her have a showmance with Ramses than having a showmance.
I know anyone
with Cody.
I know.
I mean,
I know. Listen, you're preaching to the choir. We're all on the same page. Nobody wants her to showmance with him. We all think. Like, why, Jessica? And she's so pretty, and she has so much potential.
Pretty. So much potential.
Like, she could have been competitive. She could have been friends with the girls and started a girls' alliance.
We're gonna have a big thing.
We're gonna have Cody.
We're gonna have a big party. I think that the premiere of Survivor is the ending of Big Brother. Is it? Because we're having a big premiere party.
Yeah, it is. I think so.
All right, so we're having a big premiere party with our patrons on September the 27th. And will you be going to the Big Brother, the ending of the Big Brother finale?
I don't know. I mean, hopefully I'll get invited. It just depends if I get invited to the finale. But
well, if you're invited, you're invited to my party. That's for sure.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you. I'm there.
Where's
the party going to be at? It's
going to be no. It's in LA, girl. It's going to be in LA with everybody there, and we're going to have Big Brother and Survivor guests. But I'm going to, if she doesn't do well, Jessica, me and you are going to go up to her and say, "Girl, like in your pre-interviews, you were saying you wasn't going to do exactly what you just did."
Yes. Please, like literally, let's do it. And because I think I have a feeling she's going to go out pre-jury. I just really don't see her. The only way that she's staying until past jury with her being in the showmance with Cody is if they continuously just their alliance wins. And maybe she will come out and be competitive, but I don't think so because you know what's going to happen? They can't win everything, and they're going to target the wrong person.
Right.
And they're going to target Christmas. They're going to target Dominique. Dominique's going on the block as a pawn, and Christmas is on the block next to her. Right. Whatever the case is,
right.
The house changes every week. And these other players are going to be on to them. And I think that Matt and Mark are going to turn on Cody and Jessica. I even think Raven, because she's with Matt, she's going to turn on them. And this is the thing, I think that the showmances, the girls are going to be super loyal to the boys. I think Matt and Mark will be closer than Cody. I just think that they're friends with Cody because Cody's in power, and they're like, why not?
Of course.
Because even we heard Mark say in the interview, he's like, sure. I mean, Cody, whatever his name is, Cody comes to me and he wants to do an alliance, and this is great. He's the HOH, so of course I'll be in an alliance with him.
How often does things change in that game? How often do they switch?
Oh my God, every new HOH. Honestly, it's every new HOH. Everything changes. Alliances change. Unless you're like in a legit alliance, every HOH something changes. But
that's crazy.
Even legit alliances, if they're not friends or if they're targets, then it's going to change too.
Yeah, that's crazy because I'm a mental type of player. I play strategically most of the game, and that would drive me crazy.
Oh.
Like literally.
Does it change every week in Survivor?
No, I set my alliance and it stays like that. I had, when I played my first season, season 19, my final 5 went to the final 4 because you stay strong. You go down with your ship. I mean, if I was going to go down with my ship and I was like, we just was able to pull it off because I started finding idols without clues, which is, I guess, not a game-changing move, but, since it was the first person, right? So it's
it is.
So, it becomes, if that happened to me, if I was in Big Brother house and it changed every time, I mean, you have to be able to roll with the punches. You can't get emotionally involved with people, and I get emotionally involved with my alliance. I give my idols away to save my alliance.
Exactly.
So if it changes like that constantly, it would drive me crazy.
Well, not only that, Russell, but we have so many twists every week. So every week there's a different twist, and now they're having America vote on stuff. So Big Brother, you can't even really say that it's you can't really control the game at all. So not only is it changing every week from the alliances, it's changing every week from whatever the twist is that week.
Yeah, besides your husband.
Change every week.
Besides your husband, who is your best alliance you've ever had?
I mean, I guess he's my only alliance.
No, you got to choose one.
Unless you consider, but I haven't really had an alliance because
you had something. Who is your best? That the person that you couldn't have got to where you got. Who is that person besides your husband? Who is that person that maybe you and your husband
I guess
used?
Jordan and Portia, because Jordan helped me the entire game because she was on my side and she was my friend. And when Brennan and Jeff got evicted, she was there for me.
Such a sweet girl, by the way.
Yeah. And then Portia took me to the end. So she took me from Final 4 to Final 3, and then I won Final 3 and took her to Final 2.
Right.
So, but I won Final 5 and took Portia to Final 4. So Portia and I flip-flopped. From Final 5, I took her to Final 4. And from Final 4, she took me to Final 3. And from Final 3, I took her to Final 2. So we made a deal to take each other at the very end. So I think without Portia, I wouldn't have obviously gotten to Final 3. But without Jordan, I probably would have lost my mind.
Right.
So I think they're both good alliance members.
So every once in a while in that house, people say certain things that they would maybe say in their privacy of their own home. And then for some reason, they forget that I know they don't forget, but some reason their mind goes somewhere else and they don't realize what they're really saying. For instance, when you could be able to tell me, but it's when they call it the most racist season ever. What was that season?
Oh yeah, 15.
Okay, season 15. When all that went down, can you explain why your mind? Because by the way, I know Erin personally. I know her well, and I don't think I know who she is as a person. She's not that person that people try to say she is. What do you think happens? Like, what happens in that game to make people lose their mind and just start saying whatever?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to speak to any racist comments that were made. But in my opinion, you just lose your mind in general because you're in that house, and I don't know how it is for Survivor, but maybe just because you're outside, you're in, you're not.
Yeah, you're able to walk around.
You're not.
Right.
You're able to walk around. You can get away from people. You can't get away from it in Big Brother. So you're just kind of constantly 24/7, with these people. And then you could be best friends with someone and they're going back and trying to get you evicted the next second. Right. So that really messes with you. And then I think just, you know, in general, really, I think it's just the environment of being in that environment and being on that show. It's just I think it's just like, you get stuck in your head where you're, I don't know how to explain it, but like pressure builds up in your head and you like black out and you don't even think about what you're saying.
Right.
But not that people are talking racist or
Do
whatever.
You have sympathy towards that type of thing?
Yeah, dude, when I would get in fights, if I would win a competition, I remember being like, yeah, I won, blah, blah. And like, normally I wouldn't like rub it in people's faces, but you know, after you win and the pressure's on and it's like your heart's beating 1,000,000 miles an hour.
I get
and it's almost like, yeah, you don't even think about it. And then everyone's like, oh, you're gloating.
Right.
Oh, you know, or you like, when I had my arch nemesis on the show, like I would be like, you're going home. And normally I wouldn't walk up to someone and be like, you're going home in real life, or like, oh, I can't stand you. But then you're on the show and you're like, oh, you're going home. Like, I'm getting you evicted. I'm the reason for your eviction. And you think in your head, you look back and you're like, dude, why was I such a, you know, brat?
Right.
And then you're like, I can't believe I acted like that. But it's the situation with the mental pressure and not being able to escape it. And, you know, there's no books, there's no writing utensils, there's no outlet. So normally if I'm going to my friends and talking to them about, you know, someone else, I can't go and bitch about another player because I don't know if they'll be HOH next week, you know? So I can't even trust someone enough to be like, gosh, I'm so mad at Danielle this week, you know? And Rachel, the feisty Rachel I did that and I didn't care.
Right.
But other players, they don't do that. They just keep it in.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a crazy world.
Right, of course. We all know that. So we have this. Nobody knows this unless you're watching the live feeds, but we have Megan does she quit or what happens?
I don't know.
She straight up quits?
Like, I read an article from, that's what I read. And I read the article from Global TV and I read like the stuff on, like all the press releases about it. And it said that she quit. And then I heard on the feed, Christmas and Raven said she was gone for 2 hours and she didn't come back. And then, so you're assuming like she quit, right? So I assume
I'm assuming that she quit.
And then I read.
I mean, I don't see. It's not like she got evicted. Right. She didn't get evicted for hitting someone like my brother did. I'm assuming.
Right, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I'm assuming she quit too. But then I saw or I heard, I didn't see this, I heard that she did a Snapchat. And on Snapchat, she said that they told her she had to leave. But that was all the information that I heard or that I was privy to.
Wow.
So I have no idea. So I guess on Sunday's episode we'll find out what happened.
Yes, we will.
But I don't know if it.
Well, yeah. How many people in the history of Big Brother? How many people actually like? There's been a lot on Survivor. How many people has actually quit on Big Brother? I mean, you just straight up quit. How many people has done that you know of?
Like, I don't really think anyone has quit. So we had Shima that got kicked out. Your brother got, booted for punching someone, right?
He didn't punch. And by the way, just saying, if you watch that video, we watched it last night in slow motion. Joe comes up to him and he approaches him like he bucks up to him, and all my brother does is shoulder push him, and then Joe says he headbutted me. If you watch it, he shoulder pushes him, and they've had worse incidents, physical incidents than that has not got kicked out. My brother I have to take up for my brother. I think that he shouldn't have got kicked out. I think that was bullshit. But he is a Hans, so all of a sudden they think it's an aggressive thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't speak to that either way, but to be honest, I don't think they should have kicked him out. But it's not that.
Yeah, but besides all that, so we don't know if she.
I'm not a producer.
Yeah, we don't know if she quit or she got kicked out. I mean, she had to have quit.
We don't know if she got kicked out or she quit.
If she got kicked out, we got some interesting stuff.
Evil Dick, he left because of the health reasons.
Right. Well, that made sense though. So, I don't think that.
Right.
I don't even think that was his choosing. You know, I think
No, I don't think so either.
I think that they might have said, "Hey, man, you know, this is a bad situation," and then it came out later that he was HIV positive, which is a tragedy for Evil Dick. He's a good friend of mine. Right. I like the guy, but you know.
I love Evil Dick too.
So
I think like with her, she said that they told her she had to leave too for health reasons. That's what I heard.
Wow.
The latest I heard, they told her she had to leave.
Maybe she was having a showmance and she had like herpes or something.
I don't know, dude. That's like I'm blown away by it because
I don't know.
I mean, after what happened with Dick, you know, they're going to be way more careful.
Tell me what you know, like, Rachel. Tell me what you know. Give us some spoilers now.
I just know I heard her Snapchat, and she was like, "I didn't leave. They told me I had to leave for health reasons. I didn't get kicked out."
Wow.
Or I mean, I didn't quit. I had to leave. And
if she let that guy get to her, Josh, if she let that douchebag get to her, then she does not need to be in the house. I I know. Well,
right. But you know what I was thinking? I wonder if, and this was my first thought because you know she's military. She's been in Iraq. I wonder if it was like something where
she's military.
Like, yeah, you know. Yeah.
Is she a dog walker? Or am I thinking about the wrong person?
Oh no, she's a dog walker, but she was in the Navy or Air Force or Marines or something. She was for sure. She's military, and she.
Wow. I didn't know that.
She went into Iraq. Like, she fought for our country.
Oh, my God. I mean, that makes it...
So, but I wonder... It makes it worse, but I wonder if she was so... Like, imagine, like, what if she's so, like, just torn up and, like, who knows, like, military people, they get PTSD. Like, what if it was just messing with her mind?
Right.
Honestly, like, if it
that
was
is
me...
That is a
legit... I feel like that house is so hard, and if that is legit, like... just messing with you, and you're like, you went to Iraq, dude. Like, you are way stronger than any of those brothers.
Hell yeah. And if you have PTSD, I promise you, if you're in a house, you're locked up in a house, that has to affect you. So I got her back.
Right.
If that's the case,
me too.
I got her back.
That's what I'm thinking, and I totally agree with you. If that is the case, I got her back, and I hope that she explains it to us or to you know, something, because I feel the same way. Like, I got her back. Like, it messes with you. Like, dude, you fought for our country in Iraq, so, like, you get to say that you don't want to be on Big Brother.
Definitely.
Like, if you don't want to, if it's too much for you, like.
And you know what? It don't even matter. If she quit, she quit. Because I'm not going to hate on somebody that fought for this country. If she quit, that's her decision. Because she's surely not weak. You know, we cannot. Exactly. You can't say that she's a weak person if she fought for your country, because the same idiots that's sitting there behind their computer that's calling her weak, you don't see them signing up for the military.
No, and you don't see them fighting in Iraq. Like, well, come on, dude. Like, she watched people die. Like, she said in her thing, like, she's seen people die. Like, if you've seen your friends die, you're not weak. You're amazing. So, you know.
Well, if that's the case, then for
whatever
sure.
Whatever happened.
Right. So I have another one of my patrons. Her name is Karen. She wants to know, would you play with your sister? And my question to that, and a little additional question is, do you think that's dangerous?
Well, I'm really protective of my sister. I'm sure you're really protective of your family, too. So it would be dangerous for my game, because if I played with my sister, then I'm legitimately, like, my sister before anyone else.
Of course. So you can't actually, that blood and water, that blood and water type thing, you can't play your real game. You can't do it because you're trying to protect that person.
Exactly. And I see where, like, the girl that was with the mom, it's different if it's a mom and a daughter, because we all know, like, you know, you're going to mess with your mom. You know your mom always loves you. But when it's your sister or, like, your kid or something, like, you're never going to turn on them. And if someone messes with them, you're right up in their faces. You're going to be like, I don't think so. So I think that, like, it would be really bad for my game.
Yeah, and it would be bad for my game, too, because I'm that same type of person. I am Willie's big brother, and I promise you, when that went down, I was jumping around like a crazy person, because if I was in that house, I would have took that for Willie, and I would have went home and let him stay. Because, you know how it is when you have your family. My family, we're aggressive by nature, but we're also extremely loyal. And we are loyal we are loyal to our people. And I promise you, if I play Blood and Water, it doesn't matter if it was with Brandon, I'm gonna be extremely loyal to my people. And me too. And you can't play like that. You can't play a game like that, because you're playing for two people. You know.
Exactly. Or 10 people. You know, like you said, you're like ride or die till the end with your alliances. Like when you're playing with your siblings, it's even worse. Yeah, or your friends, it's even worse.
You know, because a lot of Big Brother fans are going to listen to this, and they probably have their opinion on Willie. But Willie is so, he's such a good guy in real life, and he's just he works hard. He's a good guy. He's a good brother. If somebody did something to me, he'd have my back right there. If somebody did anything to anybody in this family or outside this family, if he's seen something happen to somebody to where he thought he had to take up for him, he would. He's that type of person. And, I think he just got a bad rap, because the Hance family is already, they put a stigmatism on the name Hance, that it's a aggressive, violent thing, to where I don't think that's fair for my family, because most of my family are, 10 times better than 90% of the industry, or the people, because what I know of my family is we have each other's back. We have our people's back. It doesn't matter if we're family, we got your back, and that's who we are. Look how I played. If I played with you, if we really played together, and I don't know if this would happen, because things change in the game. But if we really were aligned together, you could easily get me out. You could easily, because I would trust the situation. I would go with it, and every time I played the game, I trusted the situation that I thought was right, the right way to go. And
Yeah, me too. I play the same way. I'm super loyal. I'm super, I don't turn on people. I don't make deals that I don't intend to keep. I don't lie. I don't backstab. I don't cheat people. So I'm the same way. I get screwed over in Big Brother and Survivor. I'm sure I would too. But in the end, I'd rather be that person that's loyal than backstabbing and, lying to everyone's face.
Right. All right, Rachel, one more question for you. If you was then this is just me. I ain't reading this. If you was in this house and it was the first time you play, I want you to go back to how you thought as a first-time player. And then they brought back somebody like Paul that was, played before. Same situation, but you first-time player. Would you gun for him?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. I would get Paul out as soon as I could, and if he had this special magic power, then I would get him out week 4. 100%. I'm sorry. If I'm a vet playing with newbies, then I'm going to go. If I'm, in an alliance with all vets and I'm playing with newbies, I'm going after the newbies. If I'm a newbie playing with all vets, I'm going after the vets.
Right.
The thing is, sorry, you already know way too much about the game, and I'm going to use that to get you. I'm going to try to be your friend, and I'm going to try to figure stuff out, but in the end, I'm always going to try to get you out, because you have to,
Right, of course. I agree. I would get him out too. But Rachel, you are a legend of your game. If they ever do a legend season of Big Brother, you're definitely on the top of the list. And I want to appreciate you for coming on the show. We're new, and we're thriving and trying to be one of the best podcasts out there. So I really appreciate you coming on my show, and you have,
of course,
and maybe
anytime,
and maybe one day we'll play together. You never know.
I love it. I hope so. I'm going to take you up on that, Russell. Let's put it out into CBS world. CBS, please now. Cast.
And then when we're out there, they're going to be like, when we're out there, everybody's going to be like, I heard you on Russell's podcast. You were saying that y'all want to play together. I'd be like, not me.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. But we'll have a secret alliance. Russell.
Secret alliance. Let's not tell nobody. Let's keep that a secret.
No,
though.
Exactly.
All right. All right, Rachel.
All right.
It was nice talking to you.
Talk to you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, honey. Well, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right. Talk to you soon. Have a good
bye.
one. Bye.